From the Virgil, a production of the A&A Media Group and Consider It Done Productions. Award-winning, Aging, and Awesome. Here are your hosts, Kai Sisson and Aaron Breen.
Welcome to those of you here in our live studio audience, and to those of you joining us from home, welcome to Aging and Awesome, where we want to inspire older people and their families, everyone really, to be their best moving towards the future.
Well, look, we know aging ain't for the faint of heart. It's an art, really, and we bring you the best ways to live a fulfilling life at any age.
Very well said, Breen. Yes, tonight we'll talk with our friends at the Medicare store about how many are finding out how getting local, unbiased help when picking a health plan is so important. Plus, the Better Business Bureau shares the latest nationwide scams that happen locally all the time. And we take a fun spin in my cab. But first, a story about something that you may never have thought about that is changing lives every day.
Prosthetic limbs really are a game changer. They offer those who need them a chance to take part in life, to get back to some kind of normalcy and to move forward. And we have a local business right here in town that provides prosthetic limbs. But more importantly, it recognizes the role that your heart plays in it for every patient. Kirk Wilson is an artist who changes lives with his creations every day. Every project here is custom built.
We get their height, their weight, we ask them a whole bunch of questions of what do they like to do for a living, do they live in a mountainous area, do they live here in town, and each leg is built specifically for that patient's activity level.
And every one of these prosthetic limbs changes someone's path in life. Janet Lee Penn has always been active, and losing her leg in a car accident 30 years ago really hasn't slowed her down.
This is the new graphite flex foot, see?
Look at that.
So I can show you.
Ooh.
See? Then you can twist the ankle. Pretty close to the real deal.
In fact, she's still looking for new challenges. Tell me about some of the other things you do. You play pickleball, you play tennis?
Yeah, I played tennis. I learned to ski. I was a bike rider. Since I'm below the knee and I have my knee joint, then there's just, I can do just about everything I wanted to do. I mean, I haven't tried surfing yet, but I see other BKs out there surfing, so, I don't see too many limits.
And Janet is just one of hundreds of stories here. Kirk Wilson came close to losing a limb himself when he was a senior in high school.
We were out bird hunting, and my next door neighbor I was with, his gun discharged, hit me in the lower left leg and removed about half of my left calf.
They saved his leg, and get this, he was actually working as a prosthetics tech after school back then, so he stayed the course. Now he specializes in both pediatrics and in geriatrics. And he's found the perfect assistant in Stephanie Medor.
I am a certified orthotic fitter and a patient representative.
Aside from the physical work and the fittings, she supplies patients with emotional support. You see, she's always had a prosthetic leg.
Good afternoon, this is Stephanie with Optimal Prosthetics. How are you today? I try to be that first person to contact them and show them that I'm an amputee and how well I do as an amputee.
Adjusting is harder with age.
Our elderly is a little bit harder to deal with just because they lived with two legs their whole lives. And then, they amputate maybe, 70, 80. It's a lot harder for them. They don't have the balance like, a pediatric patient might have.
But here they're dedicated to the end result.
I love my job and love to motivate people to get back to the quality of life that they had before the amputation.
We get a lot of diabetes, we get car accidents. I've had a couple of plane accidents. We do a lot of stuff with the Sierra Limb Salvage team right here in town.
And while patients initially come in wheelchairs or on crutches,
Once they see their leg, they are like a little kid at Christmas time.
the paperwork and the precise fittings do take a lot of time. But once that's all in,
I can build a leg with Stephanie here, my assistant. We can come back and usually knock 1 to 2 legs out a day.
wow. Insurance typically covers 80% of this specialty, but here they actually write off that last 20% for those on Medicare, which is a bit of a miracle in itself all year long. He has patients all over the state, and since he's also a pilot, he even flies to them when it's necessary. Because he celebrates success and is happy to see patients like Cliff Henson here get back on their feet with life. Pun intended.
I don't like using that cane. I like being able to use my legs. These are much better.
What an amazing story of how prosthetics change lives. Thank you, Breen.
You're very welcome. And you can get more information on prosthetics and find the experts at Optima Prosthetics and Orthotics through a link that we have set up for you on our website, agingandawesome.com. Just click on the featured segments tab.
And this is just the beginning. We have so much more to come. We'll be talking to the Medicare store about the local, unbiased approach to evaluating what health plan is right for you, and senior scams, which are on the prowl right here in Northern Nevada and beyond. Don't become a victim. Tim Johnston explains with the Better Business Bureau. And of course, we'll take a spin in my cab. But first, we reconvene with Aaron Breen right after this. Aging and Awesome was created in 2019 to reach older people and their families in a memorable and engaging way, and we have done that time and time again. From the taping of this video, we've been on the air 130 episodes, 8 seasons, and 4 years, reaching people in their living rooms with the information they need to know and the resources, businesses, organizations that are there to help them in our community. There are 3 ways that Aging and Awesome really stands out for you and your business. The first way is that everything we do here is altruistic and authentic, and that is communicated in the way we present this show. It is we care about you, we care about your health and wellness, and the businesses that we feature also care about the health and well-being of older people. We're not trying to sell them something, we're trying to inform them, and that is communicated each and every week and is one of the reasons why this show continues to be produced. Second reason, the quality. That speaks for itself. Our production team at Consider It Done Productions spends countless hours making sure that the videography, the graphics are unbelievably professional, and every person that becomes a community stakeholder not only gets to be associated with the brand, but also gets a tangible takeaway video to use on your social media, to use for sales reasons, to use on your website, and that is truly invaluable over time. And the third reason, Aging and Awesome is a proven lead generator. We have had several companies that have signed up with us over and over and over again, and they wouldn't do it if they weren't seeing a return on their investment. What makes Aging and Awesome much different than another way to advertise is you have a trusted and respected known team of personalities that are communicating you and your services. We hear it all the time. Oh, so-and-so from Aging and Awesome told me to call you. It's a hot lead. It's a lead that comes with trust and a genuine interest in your services. So those 3 reasons, the authenticity of the show, the quality of the show, and the proven lead generator of the show for several years now, and several businesses that have seen a return, make Aging and Awesome a way to reach your audience in a unique and memorable way. And as we start season 9 here in 2023, I invite you to come along this journey. Our team is welcoming and excited to have you. Thank you for your time.
Hello there. I have a story for you tonight. It's the story of an 83-year-old woman with advice for the ages. It has to do with mind over matter. She was a beautiful, well-dressed, well-versed woman whose husband had recently died, and thus she was moving into a nursing home. And she wasn't necessarily happy with that situation, but she was resigned to it. As those helping her move in described her new apartment to her, she just smiled and said very sweetly, I'm sure I'm gonna love it. And as they made their way down the hall, she explained to them her view on aging. She said she accepted that it was unavoidable. She accepted that her husband of 60 years had left before her. And she also said that she accepted the challenge age offers every one of us. And she said that as for her living life, it was a decision she made every single morning. According to her, she said, I can spend the day in bed concerned with all of the parts of my body that no longer work the way I want them to. Or I can get up and embrace the parts that still do. Which is a pretty insightful thought. And she said that she would fill her mind with the sweet, sweet memories of her life gone by, rather than anything less important in whatever time she had left. You see, she said she'd grown to see life as a bank account of happiness. You hope that you have deposited enough good memories over the years to be able to draw on them for happiness when life begins to look a little dark. And she said that if you can free yourself from hate and worry, learn to live simply, and look for the good, somehow it is always there somewhere. Now, I'm not suggesting any of us can be in such a positive state of mind every day, but it sure does beat dwelling on our problems. And it can't hurt to get out there and make as many happy memories as we can while we can, because they may just save our sanity later in life. I will take that bet. For Aging and Awesome, I'm Erin Breen.
Reconvene with Erin Breen is presented by The Medicare Store. The Medicare Store offers free, unbiased personal Medicare advice. Visit themedicarestore.com to find a location near you.
I'm already on Medicare. Can I ignore all this mail? I keep hearing I can get more from my Medicare. How do I do that?
Reply hazy. Ask again.
This 8-ball's just as confused as everyone else.
You're not using that right. Give me that. Where can I get Medicare advice?
The Medicare Store.
Have you tried calling your neighbors at the Medicare Store? Visit the Medicare Store on South Meadows Parkway and US 395 in South Reno. Aging and Awesome is presented by Seniors in Service and the Foster Grandparent Program, helping at-risk children meet academic standards while providing positive intergenerational social interaction. The Foster Grandparent Program is looking for new volunteers. With a minimum commitment of only 5 hours a week, the Foster Grandparent Program is an excellent opportunity to give back to kids in our community. To apply to be a foster grandparent, give them a call at 775-358-2768 or visit seniorsinservicenevada.org.
Eden Home Health is Northern Nevada's highest-rated home health for quality of patient care. You have a choice. Ask your doctor for the best in-home health care, Eden Home Health. And Eden Hospice. The personalized care team at Eden Hospice is dedicated to focusing on your loved one's quality of life during a difficult time. Eden Hospice's mission is to ensure dignity for every patient. Find out how Eden Hospice can help your family by calling 841-6123.
The Better Business Bureau investigates and reports on scams that hurt consumers through the BBB Scam Tracker website. Here, some people share their stories, and others educate themselves. And together, we empower our community.
You've planned ahead your whole life for your job, your home, your children, and for your retirement. But have you taken the time to prepare an estate plan? Most people haven't. We are the Trust Masters. Over the years, we have helped hundreds of families and business owners prepare an affordable estate plan. Go to our website at trustmasters.com to set up a free consultation and sign up for one of our educational workshops, or just give us a call. We are the Trust Masters. Living trust. Don't leave Earth without one.
Hi, I'm David Wise, 3-time Olympic medalist and proud Nevadan. I'm a registered donor. Did you know that more than 100,000 people in America are waiting on a life-saving transplant? I support Nevada Donor Network's efforts to raise awareness on organ, eye, and tissue donation. One heroic donor can save and heal up to 75 lives. Everyone has the power to be someone's hero. Join us at wearenevadans.org.
Welcome back to Aging and Awesome. We have Jose Espero with the Medicare Store. He's a licensed insurance agent. And, a lot of people at home, they have friends that are on Medicare. Maybe they're aging into Medicare. A lot of questions about it. It's a difficult, complicated subject. What are some of the questions you get?
Some of the questions we get is, do I have to sign up for Medicare when I turn 65? What about my spouse? What happens to their coverage? How much does Medicare cost?
Yep.
What comes with Medicare? Do I get dental coverage? What doctors can I see? Typically, people have a lot of questions regarding Medicare.
And people assume it's just totally free, but there are some costs, but the Medicare Store offers free, unbiased, local opinion, correct?
Yeah, our services cost nothing, so it's free. We help people choose the right plan for them. We help them find out what Medicare has to offer. And every person is different, so we help them with their unique situation.
So Jose, I know you've seen probably tons of different scenarios, and everybody's in an individual and unique, but one that's probably really common these days with inflation and the cost of everything so high, people are working past 65 years old. What do you say to people that are still working?
If you're still working and you have insurance through your employer, you might be able to delay Part B, so you don't necessarily have to get Medicare when you turn 65 if you are working. That's one of those situations where it's good to give us a call and we can kind of compare what you have right now and what you can get with Medicare and see which one is better for each person.
Yeah, people are probably really hesitant to cancel their employer plan because it might be really good, and so they're like, what do I do? Great, Jose. Well, I know the Medicare Store has a new store in South Reno. Tell us about that.
We just opened our second location in South Reno. So we have one on Vassar Street right by the Social Security office, and our second one is on South Meadows Parkway. We're there all year round at both offices.
That's great, and that's right, 395 South Meadows Parkway.
Right off the
South Meadows, renowned hospital's right there.
Yeah.
Great location. Good. Do we have any questions from our live studio audience about Medicare?
So should you sign up for Medicare before you turn 65, and is it on that Social Security website?
That's a great question, Kat. When you first turn 65, you do have a certain time frame to sign up for Medicare. Typically, that's 3 months before your birthday or 3 months after your birthday. You sign up through the Social Security office, either online or in person, or you can also do it over the phone as well. But before you turn 65, you do want to check to see what your options are. You want to check to see if you're going to get Medicare or if you're not going to get Medicare. So about 3-4 months before your birthday, you probably want to start looking into Medicare and seeing what you're going to do when you do turn 65.
Great question. Kat, also a fan of the show. She comes every time, which I appreciate. Kat, Jose, the Medicare Store, thank you so much for coming on the show. If you'd like to reach the Medicare Store, you can head to their website, themedicarestore.com, or call the number there on your screen. Jose Espero, everybody. Thank you.
Closed captioning for Aging and Awesome is brought to you by...
If you're 64 or 65 and newly eligible for Medicare, you only have a few months to enroll, or you may incur a late enrollment penalty. By understanding Medicare now, you'll have time to get a full picture of the choices that are right for you. Join experts from Senior Care Plus for a free ABCs of Medicare seminar to learn about Medicare and the options available to you. Sign up at seniorcareplus.com or call 775-982-3158 today.
Welcome back to Aging and Awesome. We're joining you from the Senior Care Plus offices over on Del Monte Lane. And we've got Tim Johnston with us to tell us all about the biggest risks of 2022 from the Better Business Bureau. And has it changed much?
It has. Last year, you'll remember that online purchase scams were the riskiest for all age groups. This year, we're seeing it segmented out by different age groups, which is typically what we would see. Online purchase scams, still the riskiest for the third year in a row. I mean, scammers go where people are, and we're still online. We're shopping, we're doing social media. And I think the thing to think about there is if you find yourself on social media, beware of making a quick purchase decision based on some ads that you might see up, on the right hand, wherever it happens to appear on the screen. Because scammers like to use those ads to draw you in with great pricing, and chances are you're not going to get the item, or it's not going to be the quality that you expected.
Another big problem for older people has been with the home improvement, right?
Right. So online purchase scams were the riskiest for 55 to 64, followed by employment scams, and then as far as riskiest for 65 plus, home improvement scams. And so typically what we see is in door-to-door salespeople going around offering, great deals, or maybe they're looking to help you out because they saw something on your roof. It's one of those things that you want to make sure you're doing your due diligence. I mean, nowadays they'll come around and contractors are really a lot of businesses are using tablets in every day-to-day transaction. And if somebody's coming to you to offer some type of addition to your house or some significant repair, make sure you get a printed contract, because to go through a tablet, chances are you're not going to have the time to really read the fine print, let alone be able to see it sometimes on the screen.
And one of the big ones, I think, in Nevada is the solar people come in and they really pressure you.
And so solar contractors often will use a third-party firm to go out and do the actual sales. And so those are the things to be aware of, whether it's a solar type of addition to your home, or maybe a repair to your roof, or adding a shed to the backyard. Beware of those high-pressure sales tactics. Don't pay money up front. Don't pay a significant portion up front, and make sure you do your due diligence. Check out the business. Check them out at bbb.org, and also make sure that they're properly licensed and insured, because you don't want somebody up on your roof that doesn't have workman's comp insurance.
Yeah, and also don't give them your information. I mean, really, on any of these things, whether it's somebody in person or online, like we had talked a little bit before about the employment scams.
Right, be careful who you provide your information to, especially personal information like your social security number or any bank account or financial information.
Yeah, because you just never know.
Right.
You really can't be too careful.
The internet has changed things dramatically, and I think sometimes we're not fully engaged when we're maybe buying on or shopping online, or in providing information, like in employment scams. I mean, if you find yourself in a situation where you're looking for a job, or maybe you're not, and all of a sudden somebody reaches out and says, hey, I can offer you a great job, you can work at home, which you're not doing right now, and all we need is, you're a great fit, all we need to do is fill out this paperwork. And if you don't know anything about the company, why would you give them your personal information like social security number and your bank account for direct deposit without doing your research ahead of time?
Yeah, right. And even if it is not you with the employment, you had mentioned, this is good information to give to your family and friends if they're looking for work.
Right. Home improvement scams might not be in your wheelhouse, but maybe it is for somebody in your family, or an employment scam, or looking for a job. So speaking to others, let them know, hey, I know that employment scams are on the rise, and so be aware if you find yourself in that situation.
Thank you so much, Tim Johnson with the Better Business Bureau. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
If you or a loved one is having mobility issues involving stairs in their home, Summit Elevator can help. Summit Elevator can install an attractive and effective elevator that will give you the convenience you need to help your loved one safely reach an upper or lower level of your home. Our professional staff will carefully discuss the options and costs that fit your specific needs. Summit Elevator installs quality mobility products and is a locally family-owned company that has been serving Northern Nevada for over 20 years. Call Summit Elevator today.
Thinking about moving or downsizing? You should meet my good friend Marsha Rambo with Realty One Group Eminence. With over 35 years experience and specializing in helping older people. If you're looking for a home that better fits your lifestyle, Marsha is the right person for you.
Thanks, Joe. I'm Marsha Rambo, and I'm a realtor. I'll help you find the right home at any stage of your life. Whether you're considering selling your home or making a purchase, give me a call at 775-395-9133. Together, we'll make a plan that will best work for you.
Call Marsha today and tell her I sent you.
The Better Business Bureau investigates and reports on scams that hurt consumers through the BBB Scam Tracker website. Here, some people share their stories, and others educate themselves. And together, we empower our community.
Welcome back to Kai's Cab here on Aging and Awesome. And we do this because it's just so darn fun. And when I met this person at the Senior Care Plus member event a couple months ago, she was just a ball of energy and a ball of fun. And I said, get in my cab. It's Eunice, everybody.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great too. We had a lot of fun at our taping. Thanks for coming.
I enjoyed it.
I barricaded the door to make sure she didn't leave because she was a little nervous about getting in the cab. What did you ask me to do?
Cheat.
Give you the answers and
yes.
lessen the integrity of this game show?
Knowing Aaron, they're probably really questions that I'll never be able to answer.
Aaron did write these questions, but I reviewed them, and I think you're gonna do just fine, Eunice, okay?
Okay, good luck.
Good luck to you. No, we're gonna have a good time. Here we go. Get 3 out of 4 questions right today, and you're the winner of some
chocolate.
Chocolate! Eunice, here we go. Question number 1. What was the popular nickname for the small Volkswagen car? Is it A, the Birdie, B, the Beetle, C, the Bump, or D, the station wagon?
Beetle.
Beetle, is that your final answer?
It's my final answer.
And you got it right, see? Didn't even have to cheat. The Beetle is correct. We're gonna keep on trucking here, Eunice.
Okay.
Let's see how we do. Question number 2. What breed of dog is Snoopy? A, a German Shepherd, B, a Hound Dog, C, a Chihuahua, or D, a Beagle?
Beagle.
Beagle is correct. Snoopy. I actually didn't know that, but yeah, that totally makes sense of all the options.
Yeah.
A Beagle. Okay, good. All right.
2 out of 2. That's good.
2 out of 2. And didn't even have to make me cheat.
No, not yet.
That's right. I guess she hasn't technically won yet. Here we go, Eunice. Question number 3. What are modern piano keys made of? A, glass, B, resin or plastic, C, wood, or D, metal?
Resin or plastic.
We should ask our music man, Colin, but we don't have to, because you know the answer. Resin or plastic is correct, Eunice.
All right.
Bida bada boom, you just won.
I just won. How about that? That's great.
Thank you for coming on, and we're going to have you again soon, okay?
Sure. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Kai's Cab is presented by Senior Care Plus, the only Nevada-based not-for-profit Medicare Advantage plan serving Washoe County and Carson City. Senior Care Plus, for the healthiest reasons.
We want to thank all of you for joining us here and those of us joining us from home. And we also want to thank the Virgil for having us in and our music man, Colin Ross. And we want to thank our community stakeholders as well. They make the show possible. A big thank you to
the Trustmasters,
the Medicare Store, the Better Business Bureau,
Eden Home Health and Eden Hospice,
Morningstar Senior Living of Sparks,
Seniors in Service,
Krista Meyer Law, Life Care Planning Reno, LLC,
Marsha Rambo with Realty One Group Eminence,
Reno Eye Institute, Summit Elevator,
and Senior Care Plus. Stay in touch with us throughout the week by visiting our Facebook page. Just search Aging and Awesome, and we'll see you right back here next time. Good night, everybody.